friends, and future avid readers. My name is GothieCouture, and you are tuned in to another episode of Reading with Gothie. This is a program made to help expose a new generation of children, as well as young adults, to the joys of reading, as well as the power of literature via short stories for all to enjoy. Before we get started with the story, I just want to, as always, thank you all for supporting this program and for helping to encourage another generation of people and students and just children to read. Today's short story is called The Golden Swan's Gift. This story is edited by Story Planets for this program. Once, in a quiet village, there lived a kind but poor Brahmin with his wife and 2 daughters. He worked hard every day, often skipping meals and rest just to feed his family. But the strain wore him down. Soon he became very ill and could no longer work due to becoming bedridden. One cold morning, he peacefully passed away. His wife and daughters were heartbroken. Even though he had little to give, his presence had always made them feel safe. Their neighbors gathered around them during their time of need. "Don't lose hope," they said gently. "We will help you." And indeed, as they promised, they did. And so, each day, a different family from the village brought them food at festivals. They gave them clothes and shared their celebrations. Far away, the Brahmin was reborn as a beautiful white swan. In just a few days, he remembered his past life and the loved ones he had left behind. With a flutter of wings, he flew back to his old village, perched on the roof of his former home. He saw his wife leaving an empty bowl to beg for food. His heart ached. When his daughters came outside, they admired the gleaming swan they saw perched atop the roof. "How beautiful," said the elder. "Look, it's shining," whispered the younger. The swan, their father in his new form, plucked one gold feather from his wing. It floated down gently and landed at their feet. Amazed, they showed it to their mother. She sold it in the city and returned with enough money for many, many days. And so, each day, the swan returned with a golden feather, and soon the family had fine clothes, delicious food, jewelry, and even servants to help them. But as their wealth grew, the mothers stopped sharing with the neighbors who had once cared for them. One day, greed took hold of her heart. What if the swan stops coming? If I pluck all his feathers now, we'll be richer than the king. Her daughters begged and beckoned her not to harm the swan, but in the end, she refused to listen, blinded by her greed. When the swan came the next morning, she tempted him with grain, and once he was close enough, she grabbed him. "I am your husband," pleaded the swan. "Let me give you 1 golden feather a day. If you take them all at once, they'll turn into nothing." But his wife, blinded by her greed, ignored his warning and proceeded to pluck out every single feather. She found that as she plucked the feathers, they did not stay golden, but instead they turned into ordinary white feathers. The swan, now unable to fly, limped away until his feathers grew back. Then, with a heavy heart, he flew off forever, leaving only a curse for her greed. Soon, the family was poor again. However, this time, with this story is that greed can destroy even the best of blessings. Only by exercising kindness as well as patience can you truly bring happiness. Thank you for watching, and as always, have an amazing day from me to you wherever you are. Until next time.